So I got the track for the excavator tightened back up a few hours ago, all in good working order. So I didn't really go any further with turning that footpath into a trail. It was just too hairy. A lot of rocks, not much dirt, and the fact that I threw the track once, I just can't really handle doing that again today. It takes time, but also takes a lot out of me. So we're down at the entrance to my driveway that I made last time I had the excavator, and kind of had to rush it though. So the ditch isn't exactly where I want it. It's not exact. The driveway is not exactly sloped how I want it. And it's a little bit of live and learn, you know, see how you did things and then go back and fix them. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna work on that. It's 3 o'clock now. That can easily take me the rest of the day, the way things are going. And been a busy couple days. Finished redoing the driveway. What a mess. So it's wider than it was. Kind of had to be because the excavator I have now is wider than the one I had before. And I moved the ditch so it's closer closer into the driveway. I knew that there was a vein of water running through the driveway after I built it 4 years ago. So I dug down deeper this time in the ditch. I hope I cut through the vein, but don't really know. I know that right now everything is muddy, but it did rain a decent amount the last couple days, so you know, could be that, could be vein of water, won't know, but hopefully everything is dried out tomorrow morning. And this will still require a lot of manual labor. I'm gonna have to come rake everything, rake the ruts, toss some of the rocks, build water bars. I'm just not good enough or experienced enough to make everything totally smooth in one pass with the machine, with the excavator. So now I'm going to focus on flattening out some of the land. There are still ditches from the last time I had the excavator because it was extremely muddy then. So I'm going to see if I can smooth those out a bit, even though I filled them in a little bit by hand over the years. But I would like more area of the lawn that I can mow with a mower. Save me some time and effort. And I'll fill in more of the ditch for the well, so that's not totally filled in yet. Alright, so what I'm doing here is really just expanding the usable part of the yard. So right where the excavator is, it was you know, bumpy and not at all close to any sort of level, not really usable. So there's a ditch over there right in front of the excavator that I dug last time I had one, and I'm simply digging it deeper and using that material to level out the land. So I'll do that about 1,000 more times. It's Thursday now. I had the excavator for 3 days and got picked up this morning. As you can see, I was very successful using it to mess up my yard. But no, really this whole area behind me was previously not really usable land. It dropped off sharply enough that I didn't really want to build anything on it. It was rocky, it was bumpy, etc., etc. So used the excavator, dug my ditch way deeper. It's a few feet deep now over here. So that's where I got the material from. Built this up, built this out. So the back, I'll walk back to it, is probably about 2 feet higher than it was a few days ago. So way back here now, basically my yard has grown by this much. So I'll make use of the land somehow, build a shed, move the fire pit. I don't know. All right. I'll do some work with a hoe and a rake back here, or everywhere that I had the excavator, get this nice and smoothed out. The important thing is that it's built up higher and usable area of the yard. So there's the ditch. Basically a freaking moat now. It's pretty deep. Move over here. So this was kind of an afterthought, but I'm building up a dam right here to hold that water. It's all being fed by veins of water running through the mountain. That's not runoff. So I'm hoping this dam idea will work and hold the water in, and that'll give me another year-round source of some water. Water for the dog, water to clean things, stuff of that nature. It is pretty deep. Some of it'll fill in with sediment, always happens. And over on the right, some of that'll erode, cave in a bit, that's fine. The part on the left protecting my land is pretty solid. It's all rock, it's not going anywhere. You can see I also ripped up several stumps. Stump, 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 stump. Not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. The parts that are small enough, that were small enough for me to move, I can burn those. I'm going to have to cut these ones up after I remove the dirt and rocks from them. Otherwise I'm going to bust up my chainsaw. So there aren't many stumps left in my main yard, which is kind of nice. Threw some more material down here, bring this up a bit because it would fill. There would be water in it in mud season or after a good rain because it was too low. Thought I'd be able to fill in more of the well area than I did. Made some progress, but there just really wasn't any good material to be had. So I dug some stuff out over here, but it was just rock, root. Couldn't really dig. I was hoping to get the excavator down here, which leads to where the outhouse is in that new clearing, but measured and it wasn't going to safely fit between those two trees. I thought I had measured ahead of time. Maybe I did it wrong, but I measured again before trying and it was not going to work out. So hindsight being 20/20, I might have been better off with the smaller excavator because I would have been able to get it down there. I would have saved time by not having to make my main road wider just to get the bigger one down here. So the driveway, as I was driving the excavator back up the driveway, I had the blade behind me and I was dragging the blade, so I was able to smooth it out a bit. There's our new ditch. Might have already shown that. And just like with the rest of the land I did work on, I'll rake this out. I'll also have to build a couple water bars to make sure the thing doesn't wash away. In a year or two, I'll have everything smoothed out. Grass will have grown, and it'll look great.